In front here is the picture of me while I was in the basic military training, U.S. Navy. Yes, I had an honor to serve in the finest military on the planet Earth, U.S. military, U.S. Navy to be exactly, on active duty basis. So I want to share what are the benefits of someone to serve in the U.S. military. There will be a video, or I can talk detail also if you want to join. What are the basic qualifications? And especially if you are immigrant, there are also more benefits for you, and why you as immigrant, you should take the opportunity to serve in the military. So let us start with the video. As I said, that was for me when I was in the boot camp. That was me in the deployment. That we started our deployment on the way to Hawaii from San Diego. That is me and my father-in-law. He was also in the army. This is me and Benedict. That is our ship, u.s.a. Preble. This is me we are arriving in Australia. This is my ship, u.s.a. Preble DDG-88 guided missile. This is me during the graduation. Benedict came there. Yeah. So that is a little bit about me. That is me in Japan. While I was in the military, we stayed there for a month. I was fit, my friend. Don't try me. Back in the day, but not too long ago. So that is me overall. So if that is the case, to go to join the military, so I want to give again some of the feeling and why on my end I decided to join the military, and what are some of the benefits you are going to get, and why you should consider on your end also if you want to join the military. So as I said, this was for me to be this thin, to be that fit, like you can see on my picture here. I used to be over 240. I was just like almost 100 kilograms. So, I mean, 100 and something, whatever. It was 245 to be exactly the weight. So I had to lose a lot to be able to qualify. So I lost over 65 pounds to be able to qualify. So over 30 kilograms. I'm saying, so this was what when we are doing the deployment, when we are arriving on any country, we have to stay nearby. I mean, we stand on the ship. So that is when we are going to Australia. So that is again my father-in-law. This is Benedict on my graduation. My father-in-law was in Vietnam. So we have different uniforms. So for those who do not know, before I go into detail, so this is another uniform. So each uniform you wear on a special occasion. And this is me. We are in South Korea, in Busan. We deployed there. That was June 2013. That was in Japan again. That again is in Australia. That is Japan. That is in Guam. Again, that's Guam. So one of the benefits of joining the military is the ability to buy a home. We all know that having a home is something, dream. When we talk about American dream, one of the things which are going to accomplish what we call American dream is having a home. So purchasing a home, you need to have what is called the down payment. Up to 20% of the price of the house, you have to pay it cash. How many people will be having 20% of 200,000? How many people have 20% of 500,000? 500,000. So to have 50,000 cash is not easy in American life. If you have never lived here, you might say, oh, you can just try to save it. But the money you get, most of us live on paycheck to paycheck. You get the money, you pay your rent or you pay your mortgage, you pay the phone bill, you pay electricity, you pay all other kind of things. You end up with $100 left or zero. So that is difficult for someone to save. So sometimes it takes a lot of years to be able to reach the stage of purchasing a home. So this is my home. And this is my home during the time of winter when there is snow. can be able to see that. And again, this is my home during the night, and during the Christmas time. You can be able to see we have our tiny Christmas lights and all those kind of things. And during the night, it looks beautiful. How did I manage to buy this house? It's simple. One of the biggest benefits of joining or serving in the U.S. military is to be given what we call the Veterinary Affairs Home Loan, VA Home Loan, meaning the government will be the one guaranteeing your loan, so you don't need to pay down payment. So for this home, which is in Missouri, Belton, Missouri, guess how much I paid to be able to get this home? I paid 1,000 US dollar. Just 1,000. And that 1,000 was not for the down payment. 1,000 was just for the inspection. So I paid 1,000 to get into this house. But obviously there are other things you need to have. You need to have a good job or good income, but also you need to have good credit in order to be able to qualify. When you say credit, one of the benefits of credit is to be able to buy a home. So that is one of the things to consider. So one of the biggest benefits is to buy a home. So if you are immigrant and let's say you come here at the age of 30, sometimes it looks like you are already late to be able to focus or to be able to get a good job. You are starting $15 per hour or $10, $12, whatever you are. To start that life, you might take many, many years. So joining the military will be one of the way to have that guarantee of getting a home or living the American dream at any time you want. So if you sell this house, you want to buy another one, you still be able to use your VA home loan. Or if you pay off this one, you want to buy the second home, you can buy also using the VA home loan. So this is the biggest one. And if you're asking me one among the reasons for joining the military, this was one among the biggest of all. I needed to have a house. For me, usual, if you tell me in everything I own, the biggest one which I like most is having a house. I don't care about what type of car, how beautiful the car is. I don't care about that. I'm more about having a very nice home. So that is the house. So this was me in San Diego. We are in the one of the we are doing 5K and the half marathon, something like that. I was the on my age category, I was the second, or if not the third. I don't remember. And this is my family, my wife, myself, my 3 kids. First one, Benedict, 10 years old. Claire is going to be 6 on November 6th. And then Faustina, who is 2.5 now. Again, this is us. These are my kids. Again, Claire and Benedict. Claire likes a lot to be on videos. So we usually do a lot of videos with her. And this is me on my first day I arrived in America. So when I arrived in America, the biggest thing, obviously, I didn't come here just by accident, as I tell people. I came here believing that I will be able to succeed. I didn't know that at one point I will join the U.S. military. I didn't know that because we do not know. People don't know the benefits of being in the military. But once I came to know, man, I had my master's degree already at that time. So I had to join. The first question, apart from the benefit, let's go to the benefits first before I go to which branch and all other kind of things. So the first benefit we talk about is VA home loan. The other benefit basically is education. For those who want to do bachelor, master's, PhD, they will pay for your education and also the cost for the housing where you stay. So if depending on the zip code, you get a certain amount. So if you are high school, or you have bachelor, you want to continue with education, or you get one certain type of certification, you'll be able to do that without any extra cost. They pay, if it's tuition and fees, is not supposed to exceed 19,000, I think, per year, which most of the schools, they are not going to be, unless others you go to law school, they are not going to exceed that much. So that is another benefit, education benefits. If you stay in the military for 10 years and above, I don't remember. If you have, there are two types. So there is GI Bill and the Montgomery GI Bill, whatever. There are two different ones. One, you can transfer to your children if you have saved it for over 10 years. So the GI Bill is not, and it used to be it can expire if you don't go to study after 15 years. But now it's called the Forever GI Bill. You can go to study at any time you want. It will never expire. Myself, I already have masters, so I used that one time to study some courses on community colleges, but I'm planning to go to take some few courses about video editing and all other few things. You can be able to do those kind of things if you want. They pay for you. So that is something, another thing to consider. Okay. Apart from education, what other things are going to be important if you save in the military? Obviously, I've already talked about the home, but also there is the issue of finding a job. If you are looking for any job in America, one of the things you'll be able to find in the application form is when they say, are you a U.S. veteran? Any job you are going to apply, it will say that way. So if the job will say that way, the priority is given to the veterans, people who sacrificed their life, who served in the U.S. military will be given a priority. So let me give you an example, and especially on the federal government jobs. If there are 100 candidates applied for a job, and they say that job minimum qualification is bachelor degree, and there are 100 people, all 100, let's say they have master's degree, and one of those, maybe let's say 101, the person has, let's say, has just a bachelor degree and is a veteran. So the veteran will be given the job despite of having people with masters or PhD. If they say minimum qualification is 2 years, and there are some people with 10 years of work experience, they are not going to care about those other people if the veteran is there. So the priority will always be on the veteran. So that is something you need to consider, that you'll be able to get very good jobs quicker than others. So that is something else you need to pay attention on that. Another thing when it comes to the benefits is the burial benefits. If you die, number one, you'll be able to be buried into if you want, you'll be buried into the VA cemetery. You can see like those one, that is a VA cemetery. You can be able to see that one. There are people talking about the burying. There is a flag, kind of that. They can be able to do the ceremony of that nature if you want. And also, the president usually issues a letter like that one. It's called the Presidential Memorial Certificate. So your family will be given a certificate from the president of that particular year. I mean, if the current president is Joe Biden, you will be able to be getting the letter from Joe Biden. For instance, this one letter is from Barack Obama. You can see his signature. The other letter is from, this one is from President Trump. So if it's Biden now, we'll be able to give, so each president will be able to write and give this letter to your family to say thank you for your service and the sacrifices you have done to our country. So those are some of the benefits you can be able to think about. But there are also some of the business loans. Veterans will be able to be given priority. Also, when you go to apply for, there are so many things in general. After even finishing as a military, you'll be able to get, there are things related to the medical, medical benefits. There are benefits while you are out. You'll be able to get those kind of benefits. Healthcare, VA healthcare will be able to continue to get that one. There are disability benefits if you have any disability, you have any service-connected disability. For myself, I have 10% of service-connected disability. So for that particular case, I get paid each month $133 until I die. So, and it will be going up depending on each year they are going to increase a certain amount. So there are different disability benefits of that nature. There are special insurance for veterans, auto insurance. There are veteran special life insurance if you die. If you want to apply, who benefits to get something. So all those are some of the benefits of the military. You can be able to get those kind of things. You can be able to get free licenses on certain kind of things. So there are so many benefits you need to make sure that you consider when you want to join. So those are benefits when you get out of the military, they will be there. But while you are inside, obviously you will be given the housing or the place to stay, depending if you are single and you are rank, you can be able to start staying. So there will be so many things, obviously, while you are there. The money-wise, benefits, dental, all those kind of things will be able to consider or to be able to be given priority. So let me go to the branches and which branch can you join. So that is depending on yourself. But people get confused when we say the military. Let me give an example. Because some other countries think that when someone says I'm in the army, they mean that I'm in the military. But here, so all branches they wear the camouflage, the uniform, depending the color will differ. But now they have the common uniform, both of us. So this is the Navy for me. So we have as branches branch. You have Navy, Air Force, and Army. But obviously Marine is not a branch, though obviously U.S. Marine, they are part of the Navy, but Marines is Marine, they are there too. So each branch, there is age limitation. There's the issue of age limitation. Maybe Marine, I think, is 29. Army and the Navy is 35. Air Force, I think they increased it to 37 or 39, whatever, something like that. 37, I think. And then we have Coast Guard, and then we have overall reserve component like National Guard and all other kind of things. So all branches, they get paid the same. The rank, if it's E1, you all get the same. If you are officer O1, all get the same. So there is no that this branch pays more than the other. It depends on what you want to do in the military. Some people, they prefer to have more action, so they prefer to go to the Marines. Some people, they don't want to go to the action, like myself. I had to go to the Navy. So depending on what you prefer and what you want to accomplish. But in the end, the benefits after the military, you all get the same. So those are some of the things you can be able to figure out on your own. I don't want to say which branch is better than the other one, but again, it depends on better in what sense. What do you want to accomplish? If someone wants to become a Navy SEAL, obviously Navy SEAL will be the best branch for that particular person. If one person wants to be more into, if the war comes, you want to go to the ground and be able to fight, you have to go to the Army or to go to the Marines. You cannot go to the normal Navy and expect to be in the middle of the fight. You'll be through the ship, but mostly is not going to be deployed in Afghanistan. If, like Afghanistan and Iraq, there is no ocean there. So those are things you have to consider. So for me, Navy was the safest. It was very, very safe because I was not looking forward to go to the middle of the action. Obviously, we deploy, but you don't deploy into the middle of the war because of those kind of factors I've been able to mention. the boot camp or basic training. So the boot camp or basic training is not that complicated. So we have what we call the basic training, and then there is A school or advanced training. So in the Navy, for instance, is 8 weeks. That is excluding the first week you arrive there. Maybe you arrive in the middle of the week or something like that. Marines, whatever, is just about 8 to 10 weeks. It depends. There is no any branch. I don't think there's any branches having more than 10 weeks. So Navy, you do in Great Lakes, Illinois. It used to be Great Lakes and another. They used to have also California, but they closed that one. So they have one. They closed many years ago. So Marines, they have South Carolina, I think, and is San Diego. I used to live nearby that one. Army, I don't know where they are. They have also one here in Kansas, I think, the basic training one. So you go there. The training is there. I will talk specifically my training on another video, but just to say you have to accomplish that. So for the people who are immigrants, people who have just have green card, because in order to join, you need to have high school education minimum and at least a green card. There is a program which takes people without a green card, but that usually is closed and then is open for a short time. The last time MAVNI program was there was 2016. So you need to be a green card. So if you're a green card holder, you are given opportunity to become a U.S. citizen before you graduate. So I became a U.S. citizen on my 6th week of the training. That is when I become a U.S. citizen. So even if, let's say it happens you don't graduate, they are not going to take out the citizenship away because you have already taken the oath as a U.S. citizen. So they're not going to take that. The U.S. citizenship is not upon your completion. So for whatever reason it happens, you fail or you decide to quit before you graduate, you will still continue to be a citizen without any problem at all. So one of the things, the training, as I said, is reasonable. Yes, it is tough, but Navy is easier than the training maybe in Army or Marines. Obviously, Special Force, they are very high level training, but overall, it's just normal in general. So that are the things I want to make sure that you don't fear. They are not going to beat you like in most of the African military. Someone can even beat you. Here, they can just torture you by words. Even on the punishment, they cannot punish you individually to the extent until you are going to throw up. No. There is a way they punish you. Most likely, they put a collective punishment as a group. And there is a maximum. For instance, if he's running, you cannot tell people to run maybe 10 miles. No. There is a certain number of miles there. On their own, they don't tell you, but there are certain kind of limitation they have in that particular sense. So that's just a basic. I will go to separate video and specifically talk about Navy training, basic training, and I will be specifically talking about Army, just the overall reserve versus active duty. Which one should you be able to join out of the two? But basically, the other funny part about the military is to be able to, on every Sunday, we have the downtime. Like you used to have a time if you want to write letters or whatever, you get some mail, things of that nature. So these are some of the letters I used to write to my family, but mostly they are for Benedict. Benedict was very, very tiny. So this is how I improved to become a writer for my books. It's because I used to write so many letters, and all these letters down the road I converted them to be a book. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of things so far. So if you are immigrant, my friend, I advise you take the opportunity to join the military, because once you are the military, apart from becoming a U.S. citizen, it will help you to get jobs after the military, and you will be able to be given priority of jobs. So by being in the military, it takes out like, oh, this guy is immigrant, so you are, oh, this guy is a veteran now. So that takes a bigger portion of you to get a lot of opportunities. Yeah, so those are the pictures I was showing you. This is the day after getting out of the military. I had to go to my first interview. Let me show you the picture. my first job interview after getting out of the military. That was, and we are still in the military housing, at that particular time. So that was my first job interview I had to go, and I was going to I passed to go to the second one. After the second one, I did that one. Later they told me, you are the backup from the other person. They had to give you the offer from one guy. The guy accepted, so I didn't get that job. But it was a very good start experience for myself. So we'll be able to talk more about joining the military. You'll be able to, as someone who is in the, you are immigrant, your life will change a lot. If you apply for any job, you'll be considered, well, this guy is a veteran, so you get a priority, you'll get this, whatever. And life becomes easier. It is easier way to start a life and succeeding if you have opportunity to join the military. Okay, thank you everyone. This is EBM everyone. Ernest Boniface Makulilo, talk from Missouri, USA.